I want to check in with Curtis Killen. He's at KBD Insurance because obviously the next step in this for many of these people will be to reach out and see, A, if they're covered, B, what to do next. So, Curtis, we've been through this once before, and I know I have, people who I know, reached out to their insurance company and they, were covered in one way, shape, or form, but then told, you know what, we're not so sure we want to cover you going forward. What do you do in a situation like that?
Well, when it comes down to the actual claim itself, something that I always say is pretend that you actually don't have an insurance policy. So you don't want to wait for a claims adjuster to tell you you have to strip out all of the carpet. You have to take this out. You have to remove that furniture. Pretend you don't actually have the insurance, because a lot of times, especially when the manpower is stretched thin, what's going to end up happening is a claims adjuster is probably not even going to be able to come to your house, and they're just going to take your word for it. So number one, take as many photos as you possibly can, take as many videos as you possibly can. And a really great tip too, because this happened, I was hands-on last August 9th and 10th. I remember it very vividly. I was up in Mont Tremblant and I didn't really take a weekend, but you guys were calling me. I was on the radio as well. And what ended up happening for that was the insurance companies, because their resources were stretched thin, they essentially were just saying, okay, send me the photo evidence, send me the video evidence, and okay, you're covered, for example, $40,000. We're just going to send you the check. Go deal with it yourself. So that's one really great tip for people that aren't really willing to wait around for the insurance companies to come by the house, because they're probably not. So if you guys want to do that, they might not necessarily do it, but you can always ask, hey, by the way, my damage is going to be $40,000. I'm covered for $50,000. Could you just send me a check? They might say yes. So just a little tip for Montrealers.
But so that's good advice. Do not wait. You obviously, the longer you wait to clean it up, the worse things are going to get, right? I mean, as soon as you get the water out, get it out, and then take out what you have to rip out, whether it's carpeting or flooring, whatever else. Taking a video of that is good enough? Does it need to be sort of, they're taking your word for it, but what else should you be doing other than just keeping that video?
The more evidence, the better. So everyone has a smartphone these days, so take as many photos as you can, take as many videos as you can, send it over to the insurance companies. And obviously, like, let's say, for example, you take a video of your basement and it's a fully finished basement with all the furniture in it, and there's 4 feet of water, and you send it over to them, hey, can I get my $40,000 check? They're just going to send it to you. Like, they're most likely not even going to send a claims adjuster. And again, because how it works is a lot of times the insurance companies, they try and keep the claims process internally. So they have their own team members and own contractors to go out and see people. But in a situation like this, they don't have enough people to do that. Right. So what they end up doing is they end up outsourcing it to other contractors. And what happens when they outsource it to other contractors? Supply and demand. They're going to charge more. So the insurance company goes, you know what? I'm just going to pay the claim. It's going to end up costing us more. Anyways, they just send a check.
What about the thing I brought up, and I heard this from someone else, right? You went through this a year ago, perhaps, and now, oh no, you got hit again, and your insurance company wrote you a check last time, and now they're like, you know what? No, we're not going to reinsure you. What do you do in a case like that?
I mean, if it's still covered on your policy in your current term, because every single home insurance contract is year by year. So if it's still covered on your policy right now, they will honor that in the contract. But moving forward, it is possible, and in fact likely, they will remove it from your coverage. Now, this is a whole other discussion, because the reality is these big storms, and I'm a Montrealer, born and raised, I've been here my whole life, I live in the West Island. We get these every year now. This isn't going to stop. So what does an insurance company do? I mean, if you're an insurance company, are you going to offer someone flood insurance for something that floods every 3 years? You're not, right? So they're at the end of the day, they're odds makers. And this is a whole other discussion, because there's areas in St. Leonard, like your guest was just saying earlier. There's areas around Pierrefonds and Gouin. These are new flood zones. The climate change is a real thing. This is what's happening. I don't have an answer for that. Insurance companies don't have an answer for that. But this is a much bigger discussion, and I know we don't have that much time, but yeah, I'd be willing to talk about another time. But
all right. In the meantime, for now, if you are affected, do what you're suggesting. Take those pictures, file that stuff on your own. Don't wait for an adjuster to show up, because you imagine how many other people are doing exactly the same thing. That's step one. Curtis, appreciate the time. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Curtis Killen from KBD Insurance. So if you're one of those people affected, there's your tip. Don't wait. Send those pictures, send those videos in, and hopefully you can get that claim paid.